असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
Hello students, today's our topic is part 2 topic, that you know that paper 2 begin from 12th lesson. Our 12th lesson is world between wars. World between wars, that you know aware of that about world wars, that is World War 1 and World War 2 took place in the 20th century. So that is 1914 to 1918 and 1939 to 1945. These are the World War duration and periods. Let us see one of the historian. His name is Eric Hobsbawm. His name is Eric Hobsbawm. Eric Hobsbawm was historian. Eric Hobsbawm was historian. Person who writes about history. So he is called as historian. He said that 20th century, he was commented about 20th century. He said that 20th century is age of extremes. He said 20th century is as age of extremes. Yeah. So what is the mean of that? Means everything is extreme. So everything which was happened most probably in 20th century. Most of the things, many of the things in the world which were happened in mostly in 20th century. So that's what he said, that 20th century is age of extremes. So as per his knowledge and as per his convenience, let us see what was happened in 20th century. So according to Eric Hobsbawm, he said that okay, there was unquestioned power. There was unquestioned power of Nazism, fascism was there. Okay, Nazism and fascism. Yeah, unquestioned power of Nazism, fascism was growing. Fascism growing. So Nazism, fascism was grown in this 20th century. There was unquestioned power. No people they questioned to them. Hitler, Nazi, and fascism, Mussolini. Nobody they questioned to them, to the Nazis or fascists. So that was unquestioned power. So the people hatred the ideology. People hated the ideology of the Nazism, fascism. People they do not have any political rights. People they do not have any civic rights. People they do not have any freedom. So Nazism, fascism is completely dictatorialship. There was a dictatorialship. Hence, you know, the people hated the ideology of Nazism, fascism. Yeah, people they were against of this one. And people many parts of the world, they are demanded for the independence. Demanding for independence. Example, India demanded independence in 20th century only. India demanded independence. Not only India, many of the countries they got independence in 20th century. Next, life expectancy increased. Life expectancy increased. So what is life expectancy? Life expectancy means the average life condition. The average life conditions were increased due to the new discoveries of medicines, and new discoveries in the science were also led for life expansion also increased all over the world. Yeah. Next. So many countries got independence. Example, demanding for independence, many countries got independence. They demanded and many countries got independence. Like India got independence in 20th century. Next, new discoveries and inventions. New discoveries, inventions in science and medicines. New discoveries, invention in science and medicines took place. Next, new art forms like movies, like movies also started. Movies also started in this period. Movies also started in this period. Next, one of the important aspect also, literacy level. Literacy level increased. Literacy level, percentage of literacy also increased. Okay, so due to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points are enough. So Eric Hobsbawm called 20th century as age of extremes. Why he called age of extremes? Because there was Nazism. Everything which was happened it was happened in 20th century only. Major incidents were which they changed the world. It was mostly took place in 20th century. So what are those? Nazism, fascism growing. Nazism, fascism was growing. There was an unquestioned power. There was an unquestioned power were there with the Nazi leaders and fascist leaders. People they started hated. The people started hated the ideology of Nazism and fascism. And people most part of the world they are demanding for the independence. Life expectancy increased, and many countries got independence. New discoveries, invention in science and medicines took place, and new art forms like movies emerged, and literacy levels also increased in the world. So that he also called that 20th century as great experiment period. He also said that this period is called as great experiment period. Great experiment period. Yeah, so great experiment period. He was also called as great experiment period. Yeah, let us after this let us see. You know that after the World War, or in the 20th century, when many countries they got independence, some of the countries they were adopted. Some of the countries they adopted socialist societies. Some of the countries, they became socialist. Example, Russia. Okay, China, Nazism. Some of the countries they became democratic. Democratic capitalism. And some of the countries, Russia is communist, China. Okay, these are the example. So after the World War or in the 20th century, some of the countries they adopted socialist societies, socialist government or socialist government, or some of the countries were adopted democratic capitalism. So these all the incidents took place. These all incidents took place in 20th century. So that's what Eric Hobsbawm was called. This period is as great experiment period, great expectation period, and this is a period of age of extreme. He was called. Okay. Next step. Yeah. After the industrialization, we know that after the industrialization, so there was the countries were divided into developed nations and developing nations. Developed and developing nations were emerged. So that we know that most of the developed nations we called as West countries or Western countries. Western countries most probably we called as Western countries. Western countries means mostly developed nations. Well, can you give the examples of the developed nations? Example: Britain, France, US, Russia, etc. These are the developed nations. And apart from that, so other countries were at the time they are slowly started their industrialization. So that's what they are developing nations. Example: Germany, Austria. Slowly they are started their Italy. They started their development later. But Britain, France, US, Russia, they started in early only. But later those countries were started, they were called as less developed or developing nations also we may call, because these are industrial countries also divided. Industrial countries, Europe was divided industrial countries. Example: Britain, France, US, Russia, they became industrial countries, and remaining where they started, they not became industrial countries. Okay. Next, our topic. Now in our topic, let us see what are the reasons for the world war. What are the reasons for the world war? What are the reasons for the world war? We know that the world war was started from USA from the west, and here east China to Japan. World war was started west side US and east side China and Japan. These all areas or between USA to China, all the countries were involved in the world wars. Let us see what are the reasons for the world wars. Reasons for the world wars. I am writing here reasons. Reasons for world wars. So reasons for world wars means these are the reasons for two world wars. Means first world war and second world war. I repeat, reasons for world wars. Now whatever the reasons are, we are going to discuss. These are the reasons for two world wars, not one world war or only for second world war. Two. First one is very important one. This is aggressive nationalism. Aggressive nationalism. Yeah. So what is aggressive nationalism? What is aggressive nationalism? Aggressiveness. See, newly formed countries. Example, which countries are newly formed in our 9th class? We know that Germany and Austria. Germany was unified by Bismarck and Italy was unified by 5 of the members, Count Camillo Cavour and Garibaldi, Giuseppe Mazzini. So these people were involved. So whenever these newly formed countries, they have newly formed countries like I am writing here, newly formed countries, Germany, Italy, they wanted to increase their pride of the nation. They wanted to increase their pride. They wanted to increase. Increase their pride of the nations. How we can increase the pride of the nation? How our India will become? How our Indian team became world champion? Because we were defeated many of the teams. So that these countries also believing that let we also do that the same. We need to become a very great country. Our Germany and Italy need to become a very fantastic country and most powerful country in the world. So how that can be possible? That can be possible when they attack on anybody, when they defeat any other countries. So that's what they started hatred to each other, hatred to other European countries. Yeah, this is aggressive nationalism. But this aggressive nationalism was destructive mode. It was destructive mode from 1923. So simple. Aggressive nationalism means newly formed countries like Germany, Italy, they wanted to increase their pride of the nation. They wanted to make their countries one of the greatest countries, best countries, okay, super countries. So that what they are doing, they started hatred to other European countries. They are hating each other. The neighboring country, they are hating the neighboring countries, and it was destructive mode from 1923 onwards. It was very destructive mode. And one image was made. That image also led. That image was Victorian German ruling over the world. Somebody they made one poster. That poster was showing that victorious Germany, they are ruling the world. When Germany is ruling the world, why not we rule the world? Let us rule. We do not give chance to the Germany. Let us rule. So that kind of images also created this aggressiveness in the nationalism. So this is about aggressive nationalism. In the textbook they given a little bit tricky, but it is you can write in examination point of view also. Yeah. Second one is imperialism. Imperialism. So what is the meaning of imperialism? Imperialism means some of the countries, they establish their political power in other countries. I repeat, some of the countries, they establish their political power in other countries. Example, India. India was the colony of Britain or France. So India is the colony and imperial. Our country became imperial to the Britain. So you see, Britain, France, US, Russia. Britain, France, US, Russia, these all are, they set up their markets. Russia, they set up their markets in other countries. They set up their markets in other countries. So newly formed countries also asking to that, let us redivide the colonies, because Italy, Germans, they are asking that redivide the colonies. Britain, France, US, Russia, they are already ruling some countries. So Germans do not have a lot of countries to rule, and Italy also, they do not have much place to rule. So what they are requesting to these countries that you are already having many more colonies, so give some colonies to us, we also wanted to rule. So these powers were not accepted this logic. No, we came first, so we are ruling this place. So that Germany and Italy became enemies to these group papers. So I repeat, Britain, France, US, Russia, they set up their markets in other countries. For what purpose? For raw materials. Newly formed countries. Newly formed countries like Germany, Italy asked to redivide the colonies. They asked to redivide the colonies. Simply, Germany, Italy, they do not have much colonies to rule, so they requested to Britain, France, US, Russia that give some colonies that we also can rule. So that they asked to redivide the colonies. They ignored it. They paid deaf ear. So that Italy, Germany, they became little bit enemy towards to these countries. So that is imperialism. Imperialism means simple. One country set up their political authority, or one country rule other country, also called as imperialism, for the purpose of raw materials. So Germany, Italy, they do not have much areas to rule, but Britain, France, US, Russia are having lot of areas to rule. Hence they requested these countries to redivide the colonies. Let us redivide again. But these countries were not accepted for this logic. Next, there are three main reasons are there. So these are the first two reasons. Let us see remaining two reasons. Third reason was secret alliance. It was one of the important secret alliance. Secret alliance means, the countries are making friendship with other countries. Secretly they are making friendship. Example, you know that Bismarck who was unified Germany in 1870 and 1871. Bismarck wanted to isolate France. Bismarck want to isolate. Isolate means make alone. Isolate France. Bismarck want to isolate France. Hence he made alliance with the neighboring country. Hence he made alliance. Alliance means friendship. He made alliance with Austria. He made alliance with Austria in 1882. In 1882 he was made, and in 1882 he made Austria. It is in 1870. He made Austria in 1870. In 1882, Italy and Austria both were allied. Hence, he here Germany plus Italy plus Austria. So these three became triple alliance. These three became triple alliance. I repeat, Bismarck wanted to isolate France. Hence, he made alliance with Austria in 1870. After that, Italy, Austria both were joined with Germany, so that in 1882 Germany, Italy, Austria, these triforces, three countries, they formed as triple alliance. To give counter to this, again the remaining forces also formed. Example, Russia plus France, they also made a anti with this group. It is in 1891. In 1891, Russia made alliance with the France in 1891. And again, Russia made alliance with Britain. It was made in 1904. These three countries, Russia plus France plus Britain, these three countries, they formed as triple entente. So there was a war between triple alliance and triple entente. There was a war in triple alliance and triple entente. This triple entente was formed in 1907. So these are the secret alliances. Because if any of the country may attack of any other ally on their ally, these group members will attack on them. So they wanted to make these alliances very secret, okay? Because many of the countries were insecure. They are insecure. So that's what they are making alliances with the other countries. So this is about triple alliance, and this is about triple entente. It was formed in 1907. So the world wars were broke out between the triple alliances and the triple entente. A last and final one, fourth one also one of the reason. The fourth one is militarism. Militarism means, many countries, they are spending their lot of money. They are spending lot of money on the militarism. Why they are spending lot of money? Because armed race. They are insecure. What will happen, we don't know in the tomorrow. So that's what they wanted to secure. That for that purpose, massive armies they are building. Massive recruitments was going on. Massive armaments are producing. So for example, you see, there are many countries in the beginning of 20th century. In the beginning of the 20th century, it was 132 million. They spending they spend 132 pounds. This indication is pounds. This is pound. This is pound. This symbol is pound. So 132 millions. Most of the countries' income they spent on armament was in initial days 132 millions. But later in the decades, it was 397 millions. It shows that there was a huge investment. On armaments, because they thought that war is the solution. So whenever we are going to a war, we must have these kind of the weapons, so that these weapons will save them, and these weapons, this army will be mostly get victories to them. So because of these all are the they spend lot of money on the militarism. So these are the four reasons. Till now we have done aggressive nationalism, second one imperialism, third one secret alliances, and fourth one militarism. So these four reasons were causes for the world wars, World War I and World War II. Yeah. Let us see remaining things which were also reason for the world wars. Yeah. Example, you might have known about Balkan. Balkan countries. Balkan, it is, they are near Greece. Balkan Peninsula is there near Greece. Okay, near Greece, Balkan countries are very small. Balkan Peninsula countries are very small countries in the Balkan Peninsula. For example, it is it is Africa, it is Italy, this part. So this part, Balkan Peninsula is there near Greece. So this part, mostly Balkan countries are there. So these Balkan countries were small, many sects. There are many different kind of people were there. So people are many sects, different sects and languages. Different languages people, different sect people, they are living in this area. So whenever they are living in this area, there was a conflict among these both many sects, because like Hindu Muslims there are little bit conflict. Okay, Protestant Catholics there was a conflict. So that in Balkan Peninsula was divided into small kingdoms. So these kingdoms were under the control of Turkey. Ottoman Turkey. We call as Ottoman. Ottoman Turkey. I repeat, Balkan Peninsula is nearby Greece. In the Greece, the Balkan Peninsula, nearby Balkan Peninsula, small kingdoms were there. These small kingdoms were divided into different sects, and many of the different people, sect, languages people were living here. So these small kingdoms were under the control of Turkey. Yeah, whenever these are under the control of Turkey, many countries they wanted to occupy these kingdoms, because these different language people, different sect people, they are fighting with each other. After the fall of Turkey Empire. So whenever Turkey Empire was fall, so that Russia, Austria, they wanted to control Russia, Austria, and even Turkey also. Sir, you said Turkey was gone. Yeah, after the fall of Turkey, again Turkey wanted to recontrol this Balkan Peninsula. So Russia, Austria, Turkey, they wanted to take control of this Balkan Peninsula. Okay, so Balkan Peninsula is, these are very valuable to them. Okay, and Balkan Peninsula, they wanted to increase their authority with this Balkan Peninsula. If Britain was a great country, why it became a great country? Because Britain had lot of colonies from US to China. They had lot of colonies. So that Russia, Austria, Turkey wants to rule as most of the Balkan states. So that these Balkan states came into conflict, and these countries wanted to control this Balkan state. Example, let us take one example, Austria was ruled Bosnia. Yeah, okay. Bosnia was under the control of Austria. Bosnia also one of the small kingdom. So it was under the control of Austria. So Austria ruled Bosnia. So whenever these Bosnians they started movement against Austria, so Austria was suppressed the Bosnian movement. So now we are in the Balkan politics. Balkan Peninsula, nearby Balkan Peninsula, small kingdoms were there. These small kingdoms near Balkan Peninsula, many different sects, many different languages people are living. So usually these all people were conflicting with each other. Hence, these all small kingdoms were under the control of Turkey. After the fall of Turkey Empire, whenever the Turkey Emperor lost, then the Russia, Austria, and the Turkey they wanted to control the Balkan. So there was a conflict among Russia, Austria, Turkey also. So there was a conflict among the Russia, Austria, Turkey also. So this also led for World War, and this is also one of the reasons for the World War. Let us see now World Wars. Why World War started? And what are the reasons for that? Example. Yeah, we know that World Wars broke out. Yeah, World War One. The period of World War One is 1914 to 1918. Yeah, very important year. 1914 to 1918. Yeah, what is the main reason for the World War? The first part. They may ask what is the immediate cause of the World War. Okay, the immediate cause is, we can write immediate cause. Immediate cause. So still now we have done different causes. Till now we have done different causes. So this is a sudden immediate cause, immediate reason. What is this? On 28th June, on 28th June 1914, on 28th June 1914, Austria Prince or Austria-Hungary or Austro-Hungarian. We can say that Austro-Hungarian. Okay, Austro-Hungarian Prince, Archduke, very important. His name is Archduke. I'm writing Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Yeah, it's a very important name. Yeah, Ferdinand was assassinated by a Bosnian Serb. Yeah, Bosnian Serb means, person was living in Serbia. He belongs to Bosnia. So he is living in Bosnian person was living in Serbia. He was killed. He was assassinated. Assassinated means he was murdered. He was killed. Archduke Franz Ferdinand. So after the death, they were warned. They asked the replay. Okay, Austria was very distressed, and they were asked the replay to the Serbia. What was happened? Who was killed? Our prince. What was happened? Who was killed? Our prince. Then they said that. So they didn't give any replay. They gave 48 hours time first. But after that they gave 1 month time for the explanation. But on 28th July 1914, Austria attacked on Serbia. Then the World War was started. Yeah, when World War was started, it was divided into two groups. The World War was broke out between the two groups. So what are the groups? The World War groups can be divided into two. One are Central Powers. This group is called as Central Power. These Central Powers are Germany plus, I am writing here, Germany, Italy, Austro-Hungary, Turkey. So these are one group. And here, so Allied powers. Here, Allied powers are Britain, France, US, Russia. So between the war was broke out between the Central Powers and Allied Powers. Germany, Italy, Austro-Hungary and Turkey. Austro-Hungary means Austro-Hungary means Austria-Hungary under the control of one person. That belongs to Austria. Austro-Hungary belongs to one person. So that Austro-Hungary we called as Austro-Hungary. Then Allied Powers, Britain, France, USA, Russia. Yeah, Russia suddenly withdrawn from World War I. They withdrawn whenever war was going on. Suddenly Russia was withdrawn from World War I. Okay, so Russia was withdrawn from World War I. When Russia was withdrawn, USA was joined. I repeat, when Russia was withdrawn from World War I, suddenly USA was joined, and Allied powers won. They won in the World War. This is the immediate reason. World War I period 1914 to 1918. Immediate cause 28 June 1914, and on 1914 Austro-Hungarian prince. The prince name was Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated by a Bosnian Serb. Austria was asked for a replay. So they are asked. They gave time to 48 hours. In 48 hours they did not give any replay. But 1 month after 28 July 1914, Austria attacked on Serbia. Okay, Austria attacked on Serbia. Central powers, Germany, these all are in one group, and These are one group. Whenever war was going on, Russia immediately withdrawn from World War because of the civil war. Because of the civil war. I am writing here, Russia was withdrawn from World War I because of the civil war. Because of the civil war in Russia. There was a civil war broke out in Russia, hence they withdrawn, and these are won in the war. These are won in the war. So after the winning of these allied powers, they wanted to punish the victorious nation. They wanted to punish victorious nation. That we will see in our next chapter. So this is our part 1 lesson in our first lecture. We have done till now what is age of extreme, who was called age of extreme, what are the reasons for the age of extreme, and what are the reasons for the 2 world wars. One is aggressive nationalism, secret alliances, militarism, imperialism, and Balkan politics. After that, we have done what are the reasons for the world war and what is the immediate cause for the world wars. So that's it, children. Thank you.